Next Fest is come and gone, but they left a ton of demos for us to try out. So today we're going to discuss some of our favorites. But will the villain of the show give them all his blessings? Let's find out right here on the First 30 Podcast. Thank you for listening to the First 30. I'm your host, Chad Callahan, and alongside me are the demos that nobody downloaded. Tim Harris.
Hello.
David Marino.
I have strong gameplay.
And Rick Weirdbeard Hogerhide.
It's not about the downloads. It's all about the wish lists. I'm trying to stay on the top of people's future expectations.
That's fair. You're right. So like I just watched a trailer. I don't even need to download the demo. I know it's going to be good.
Exactly. See, that. You just go. You see me on the store shelf, and you're like, passable, and you just add me to the wish list just like that.
Fair enough.
Is that like
I
your
will purchase
Tinder
that
profile
at a later date?
Yeah.
See, like you see me and you go, that looks like a good guy on sale. Maybe not full price, but at the very least, like I would pay half off for that.
Yeah. You see it in the next winter sale, and you're like, you know what? A Christmas get. I could spend a good 5 hours on that. You know.
You know how many things on my wish list I've actually bought? I have almost 200 games on my wish
Oh my god.
I have actually. That's a good question. I have a lot on my wish list. My problem is like I don't remember what 259 games.
We're disadvantaged each other.
My problem is I don't remember which. Well, my problem is I wish list things, forget about them, and then I look at them. I'm like, I don't even know what this game is. I
see something shiny and new and get that instead.
Exactly. Every time something new comes out, I'm like, I want this one. Pal World. Throw it on there. New horror game, 15 of those, please. Thank you.
By the sack full.
Yeah, truly. That or itch games. I'm like, those are my two like weaknesses. I have a lot of itch games as well. Okay. I need to ask you because I refuse to look it up, and I'm curious to see what you guys think. Itch.io or Itch.io?
Oh, I say itch.io.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with Rick, 100%.
I've always called it Itch.io.
Why would you?
I don't know. I just think it's cuter.
I think I'd just say itch.
Yeah, like that's like saying, it's Parmesan cheese. Like you're just so close. Not it.
I guess. I don't know.
Because when we were doing, what was it? Bad Ben. Because Bad Ben was on. I think I just said you can get this game off of itch. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know why, but my brain wants to say Itch.io, and it sounds like bad. It's like when I found out Moschino was pronounced the way it is, because me and Kiefer have been calling it Moschino, and I think that's just way cooler. And then I found it was Moschino, and I was like, oh, that's lame.
What is that?
I've never even
heard of that.
Y'all don't know what Moschino is?
No.
It's a really huge brand of clothing.
Oh.
Like, not necessarily luxury, but like more high-end fashion.
Chad,
that would be why.
Do you see the three of us compared to you? If there's anybody here, it's not us.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we're
here.
We worship the Church of the Graphic Tee.
Yeah, baby.
I love me a graphic tee, but I love me a fashion moment as well. So anyways, I need to step away from this conversation. It's frustrating. Today, we're going to talk about something a little bit more exciting because I mentioned demos earlier. Next Fest just passed, and we found quite a few gems. Well, I say we. Everybody else found some gems. And as I realized something as these episodes go on, I feel like I'm actually, despite being the host, the villain of the podcast.
Yes.
And I didn't think of myself as that. I thought, if anything, I really thought David. I thought you would be like hardcore villain of the podcast because you're a little bit more like aggressive with your tones and shutting it down real quick. But no, I really think I am. I say no to more games than probably anybody here. And today, we're going to have these three fine gentlemen share their favorite demos and try to convince me, the villain, to play them or to like wishlist it at least and play them when they come out. So David has a fun little wheel that we're going to pull up so we could get a little bit of randomness.
Yeah, today you're about to eat your veggies, Chad. We're going to make you expand your palate to some other games that you don't know about.
Yeah,
we have a wide variety here too. So this is exciting.
All right,
I'm going to share the wheel.
Yeah, share me the wheel.
There's the wheel.
There it is. I'm ready.
Here we go.
Tick, 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 tick. We don't have audio. So tick, tick, tick.
What's it gonna be?
Tick, tick, tick. What does that say?
Bubblegum Zombie Hunter.
Good choice.
All right, whose is that one?
That's mine.
Oh, okay. All right, well, David. Oh, by the way, you're on like that night mode.
Yeah, you're on. I was gonna say
Yeah,
something.
I am.
So if you're gonna share, change your technical difficulties.
Yep, hold on. I'll pause this.
The first spinner's gonna be darker than the rest. Okay.
It's fine.
We got this.
It's
It'll be
fine.
slightly redder.
This whole thing's gonna be in the podcast. It's fine.
There, look at that. The color changes before your eyes.
Oh!
God,
All right.
it's been so long
Oh,
since
my
I've
face.
seen something on a light mode. As soon as you turn that on, it just felt like a vampire hitting me. Just like, "Ah!"
Truly, I feel like that scene from Terminator. What was this called?
Okay.
Bubblegum zombie. Bubblegum with 2
E's. It's
threes.
2 threes.
Like, oh, I
That's
said
right.
2 E's. Awesome.
All right, here's the trailer.
Ugh, it just had to be a graveyard, didn't it? Let's just get in and out fast, okay? What is that? Maybe it's friendly?
Is this like a? Oh Jesus! Are those shooting bubblegums?
Yes.
Yeah. Get a little bit of that anime fan service from the ladies too. We got all the stuff. Okay.
You want some more?
Mini games
Are
with
those mini games?
Get in the van.
That's one of the coolest things in the game, by the way.
What, the mini games?
Yes.
It's time to kick ass and shoot bubblegum. And I'm all out of gum.
Oh, the lurkers. I forgot about those.
My instant reaction to this is it looks like Turnip Boy, like being able to go
Okay.
through all the levels, getting the money and stuff like that. I think it looks cute. Like it definitely has a vibe to it. It's got to be your vibe, but
Yeah,
sure.
I'd be curious. So, David, you did play this game, right?
Yeah, Tim and I played it. Tim was watching while we streamed demos the other day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, if you want to see those, you can go on to what was that, on the Chestery?
was on
The
Chestery.
Chestery, yeah.
Yeah, you can go to youtube.com/the Chestery and check those out. But yeah, I think I need a little bit of sell on this because this is I'm trying to think of a game that this reminds me of, but it's not coming to me.
You know what it instantly reminded me of when we booted it up? And it wasn't Turnip Boy, which it should have been Turnip Boy, but Zombies Ate My Neighbors. It reminded me a lot of that when we booted it up.
Yeah, so this is a twin stick shooter where you're going around various levels just trying to basically just get to the next level. So you enter a level. The first one we played, or the only one that's available in the demo, is the school, and you have to go around, clear rooms of zombies, which there'll be zombies floating around, and then there'll be waves of zombies you have to deal with to try and find the gas cans that you need to fuel the van to get to the next level. And inside of all of the
Oh.
levels, there's hidden collectibles to find. You can go to vending machines and use the coins that the zombies drop to get perks, per level perks. So what did we pick up? I think there was a shield you can pick up. There was rate of fire increase. There was special weapons that you can get. There's a flamethrower that
Yeah.
has a limited ammo supply.
The
that you just
laser beam.
blow down everything. The laser gun was
Laser
really cool.
beam.
There's hidden coins that you can, I think mostly they're going to break down in, there's one just on the level, you just got to find it. There's one that you have to do something in order to get, like find a specific item, take it somewhere, open a secret door, get the coin. And then there's a coin for playing the minigame arcade that's in that level. So
Yes.
far, each arcade cabinet has been a different mini game. So like in the tutorial, it's just like a Mario Brothers, like original Mario Brothers arcade type jumping around defeating ghouls. And then the second one was a really, really condensed tower defense game where
Yeah.
you're just playing against the AI.
I love a tower defense. Okay.
You're just playing against the AI to build up your forces and defenses and just take them out. And then boom, you get a coin.
So my concern is, and much like Pokemon Stadium, is the mini games more exciting than the actual game?
No. So the mini games are cool. The mini games are cool. They're very short. You're not going to
Okay.
be spending a ton of time playing them. but the actual on-ground action with the zombies is where this game is. It's a lot of fun to just run around, clear rooms, find things, get those coins, because you want to be powerful. You start off okay, like you have your gun fires pretty quickly, and it has infinite ammo. Just when the battery dies, you can just fire slower. But it's about running around and finding everything that you can to clear these rooms.
Yeah.
And you get a results screen at the end, like rooms cleared, coins found, time taken. You get a grade.
That's right.
I don't
you
think
want to
any
get the rank
demo.
S's.
Yeah, I think in the demo there wasn't any sort of bonus for a rank. Like we got rank A on the one that we played, but it didn't do anything right there.
Probably
And
be
there's
some
high scores.
achievements attached to that for sure. There's another thing that David failed to mention. I don't know if it's going to happen in every level, but the game straight up becomes a horror game after you get your last gas can.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
straight
Okay.
up.
So
They
yeah,
release.
when you complete
There you go. Go ahead. You're good.
when you complete the objective, there's kind of a switch in the level. At least in this level, the lights go out and you have to escape these really powerful zombies that just rush you. They're like on the map. They're not hidden. They're on the map. But if you get within their kind of trigger radius, they just scream and run at you, and you got to deal with them real quick.
Yeah, they're
Is this
called lurkers.
frustratingly? Oh, lurkers.
Yeah.
Twitch lurkers. Is this a frustrating game? Like, would I, the novice, to this?
It's
Okay.
fast. If you die, your stuff drops on the map. There's a little arrow that points you to it. You go pick it back up. It's
okay.
one hit.
I
It's
love
one hit kills
arrows.
if you don't have a shield, but you get 3 attempts at a level before it boots you out.
Okay. Yeah.
And there
I'm
are
torn 'cause-
perks. So every time you die, your sister, who's that other character, will give you a perk. So the next time you try the level, you just instantly get
so you're
an
like
ability.
a little bit better. Oh, I'm in. All right, you sold me on it because I was struggling because I'm not good at
Well,
these
no,
games.
free shield, don't got to do anything for it. The next time we got, I don't remember what it's called, but if you get hit, you can regen that. So if you don't get hit for another, 30 seconds or whatever it is, you essentially just get it back.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you get a free hit basically. And then there's
All right.
also like a large scary wave that occurs where your sister comes and you have to mow everything down at the end of the level.
Yeah, you have to. There's a finale like in Left 4 Dead. You have to defend the van while a giant horde comes and you can fuel it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. All right. There seems to be a lot going on in this game for me to be like, okay, I would give this a try. The one thing that's kind of selling me a little bit, and tell me if I'm wrong, is this like controller compatible? Like, is this something Steam Deck fun, or is this like you need a mouse and keyboard?
It is a twin stick shooter. You move with left and you fire your gun in the
So it's
direction with
very
right.
much okay. So the twin stick does reference the. I wasn't sure if that's. What that
Yeah. So you can move in
Controller.
any direction while firing in any other.
Got it. All right. You know what? I like the idea. Do we know how much this is going to be? I don't know if the demos
No.
show like what the ideas are. Okay.
Just
okay,
gotta-
Its release date is currently scheduled to be October 1st, but it has been delayed twice already.
So expect a third. All right. Yeah, I'm in. All right. I like this game.
Yeah.
It looks fun. It gives me some Lollipop Chainsaw vibes as far as like the goofiness of it.
Yeah.
So
That
and I
is
love
an
that.
apt comparison.
So I'm here for that. So that alone a little bit sold me. I was just worried about the twin stick shooter aspect because like I'm not good at those types of games. But if you're saying that there's some luxury of like giving me the ability to get through it without like killing myself, I'm in. All
Oh,
right,
that's good. We sold them on one.
we got
We
one.
did
So
one.
David, you have one.
Tally 1. Oh, this is per us? I thought we were just trying to sell you games. Oh,
No,
it's a
each
competition,
person-
lads.
It's a competition. Y'all are competing for my love.
The pressure
you know
just
what? I'll-
raised a whole
Oh, no.
bunch.
I
Yeah.
regret a couple of my choices now.
You know, no. This is better this way.
Okay.
All right. Let's
Ready
see
for
what
the
the
next
next
game?
game is. Yeah.
All right, back to the wheel. Here we
What's
go.
next?
It's exciting.
Wheel controls everything.
Tick, 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 tick.
Berserk
Berserk
Boy.
Boy! Let's
Who's this
go!
one?
This is me, baby.
Okay.
That's a
All
Rick
right,
game.
All right.
All right. Well, let's see the trailer, Rick.
All right. Berserk Boy. This is we'll watch it and you'll know exactly what the influences on this are. You can
Okay,
see
it looks
it, yes?
anime already. Friends. I'm trying to figure out what anime this is giving me vibes of.
I mean, if you're
There's
basing it
some-
on anime, it's like straight up looking
Yeah.
like 1990s, maybe late 80s.
Yeah, I mean, there's some Mega Man aspects here,
Yes.
obviously, but it's given. There's a specific anime in my brain that this is giving me. Warning: high levels. Okay. Gosh, this makes me want to play Mega Man. Not gonna lie.
One of my favorite series. So this was a breath of fresh air for sure.
Oh, interesting. They have the ability to like buy, like either weapons or abilities.
They showed one of the most important things about the game in the trailer too. You can
What's
pet
that?
the animals.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
So that is obviously Mega Man X and Shovel Knight combined down into one game.
Which
and,
is
like,
funny
Yeah.
because look at the,
Yeah.
the speed run, Mega Man X.
It, like, yeah, I this game was great. The demo was, I mean, okay, listen. So like a lot of people got really invested in Mighty Number 9. I don't know if you ever heard
Yeah.
of
I
that
haven't
one.
seen that one.
It was supposed to be like the way that it was sold because it was a Kickstarter project was like, hey, Mega
Oh, it's
Man
a gamble.
X. Yeah, exactly. It was Mega Man X. Oh, it's gonna be so great. Ah, and then it releases and it's just wet fart.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Aw.
Yeah.
This game makes me feel like this is what Mighty Number 9 should have been. Like it's done. It has this awesome, cool vibe where it's obviously like tongue-in-cheek anime, but not like over-the-top anime. It's like video game anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, lots of platforming. The combat is fine. It's not supposed to be difficult. You know what I mean? Like it gets harder, I assume, as the game goes on, just like Mega Man X. But yeah, it's just I don't know. Again, a lot of my recommendations are going to be vibe based, and this
Okay.
one passed the vibe check. If I had to,
Oh,
say anything.
100%. Yeah. My
It's
favorite
gonna
part
kill me.
about this particular game is the actual combat itself. I really like the way that they did because it's heavily based on combos.
Yep.
So you can kind of Sonic the Hedgehog your way through the level, bouncing from enemy to enemy, just blowing them up, and you rack up some major combos, and it's real fun. Real fun.
Okay. I
And
like.
they-
there's-
Does anything change with a high combo? Do you like you're doing extra damage? Are you getting No, it's just pure
It's just
okay.
style.
Yeah,
I just like numbers.
and then also you have the ability. There are different forms, like you saw some of them, the ice kunai or the flame drill, and so you have like your different powers, which are essentially like the Mega Man. You know, like oh, here's rock, and here's the saw and stuff. So you're able to switch in between those different enemies, respond differently to the different elements, and gives it kind of just like I don't want to say like super replayability, but it is a Metroidvania-esque in that it's not just go to the right. There's a whole bunch of different rooms, different ways that you can traverse through the actual game itself.
Yeah. What was neat, if you're going to talk about replayability as well, we only got to play with, I think, 2 of the forms in the demo. I only played through 2 of them anyway. If you go back and replay some of the levels with that other form, the flame drill, there's actually new stuff you can go and unlock as far as paths go by using the flame drill and burrowing into the ground. It's pretty neat.
So, sorry, I was trying to figure out what anime this reminded me of while you guys were talking. But can you have multiple characters, like kind of like in Sonic and Tails or Sonic and Knuckles, or is it just
No.
like the one main guy?
One player,
okay.
you are Berserk Boy.
You do have a bird
Okay.
companion, though, that hangs out with you. Yeah.
Banjo Tooie style.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I'm trying not to like this just for the vibes because I'm trying to be the villain arc
The
here.
vibes are immaculate. Like
But
you
the
are
vibes
out
are
of
hitting
line.
me.
That's Chad,
This
that's
is
why it's on the
90s.
list.
This is 90s anime.
Mhm.
Like to the max, and like some of my favorite anime of all time is like that early 90s or mid 90s, maybe late 90s kind of anime, and Mega Man.
Listen,
So-
this game appeals to me because it feels like a game where I can have a controller plugged in.
Yeah.
I can play a level or two. Oh, hey, I gotta go put the kid to bed. Put the controller down, come back in 3 days and not be like, where am I at in the story? What's going on? Help me. I'm confused. Like you just start playing
This is
again.
a perfect travel game. Like I'm sitting in the airport.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm tired of, I just want to do something to pass the time. I'm picking up the Steam Deck or laptop or whatever, and I'm playing this. You know what? For that alone, because those are actually hard to come by, I want to be the villain here.
No,
so
say yes.
I'll say
your
yes.
horizons. Yes!
Rick, you got a point.
Two.
What if I say yes to all these? Am I a changed man?
No, it just means that we're really good at picking games.
Yeah,
We know what
I
the
know
key
that
is.
you will not.
Steam Deck. It just has to be playable on Steam
yeah,
Deck.
that's
And
true.
Chad will
Just
be like, I
mention
can
the
relax
Steam
and play
Deck.
this. Okay.
You guys, a Steam Deck is very important to me. All right, next game, David.
Spin the wheel.
I just want to do all of mine. Get all of mine out of the way up front.
It would be so funny. All right, let's see what's next.
There it is.
Back to David.
Mullet
Mad
Mad
Jack.
Jack.
Mullet
I like
Mad
the
Jack.
name. We go
Okay.
into the 80s. So did you play this one on the stream as well?
Yes.
We did.
Okay.
Popped up on my timeline right before we started, and I was like, I got to send this one over to David.
Full screen this one, David.
Live stream show.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
This reminds me of
A 1,000 bullets.
at least the gameplay. Does it play like what was that? That shooter that we see at every like arcade.
Moderator to take care of
What was that
Time
game? Dino
Crisis?
Crisis? Yeah.
No, Time Crisis, you step in like you.
Time Crisis.
our prices.
Yeah, this isn't on, or I mean, it's kind of on rails, but it's not really on rails.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
On rails.
This is
That's the word
Hotline
I was saying.
Miami all day.
Yeah, actually,
Oh,
that's a good comparison.
Right in front of you. Watch out.
Hotline.
So you
Doom.
have full control over walking around.
Yeah, you have full control over the character, and you can move within the rooms and stuff. So
Sick.
Damn, brutal.
Old school anime action.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
it's like,
Oh shoot.
oh my god!
Ooh, driving
Oh man, we
sections.
didn't
Yeah.
see that in the demo.
Didn't get
This
to
is
see that in the
giving
demo
me-
at all.
This is giving me Cyberpunk Edge Runners to the max. Like old, if they
good.
made it in the 90s.
Mullet Mad
That
Jack.
scene towards the end there with the robot reminds me of an old anime called MD Geist that no one has ever seen.
I'm more excited than anything else for the voiceover. They chose the deep voice guy to do the voiceover, which means
Deep
they're
voice.
committed again
Yeah.
to like the vibes on this one.
Oh, for that 100%. Okay.
Yeah. So I think it was because that was very loud when I was playing it. Those trailers are very loud on my end. Someone mentioned Hotline Miami.
Yeah, I said it was like Hotline Doom if we had to make a
Yeah,
comparison.
it's like first person Hotline Miami. Think of something like Ultra Kill or
Super hot.
I'm trying to think. There's another one that's almost specifically like hallways like this. I don't. The name is escaping me, but the conceit is you have 10 seconds to live, and each kill grants you 3 seconds. So if you want to make it to the end of the level, you have to kill them and kill them quickly.
Yeah.
In 10 seconds?
There's a whole aesthetic
It
to this, though.
resets.
Yeah.
It resets. So every time you kill
something, you
you
get
start with 10 seconds, and every time you kill something, it goes 3 seconds. And then, if you only kill something in another 2 seconds, it goes back to 10. There are perks. It is a bit of a roguelite. You get perks at the end of a level, so you get a different weapon. You can increase your time, movement speed. What was one of the other ones we got?
You got a sword, and then there was the dash, and then the dash that makes you injure people when you go through them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You dash into them and you do damage.
He's kind of glossing over the entire aesthetic of this because I think you might appreciate this.
I do like the aesthetic.
Part of the idea here is that this is like the dystopian future where all of these men's like antics are live streamed and his life is tied to that. So he gets 10 seconds to get the audience hype for what's going on. And every time he gets a
Oh.
kill, he gets likes, and it increases his life total. That's what the whole like vibe of the gameplay is. It's very interesting
I
way
like
to set it up.
the.
And there's a live chat stream in the corner and everything.
Oh, really? And is it just
yeah,
random?
between
or is there, like, some-
levels, like because they don't obstruct the gameplay any. So when you're actually in a level, it's just full screen.
Yeah.
But kind of the interstitials and like as you're changing levels, it goes up into the corner slightly. You get a chat feed. You get your moderator in the corner as you're picking perks. You get like a news ticker at the bottom that's kind of telling you. It gives you lore about the world.
Interesting. I'm torn. You had me up until the point where you said 10 seconds roguelike. I don't know how I feel
Any
about that
roguelike, he's
aspect.
gonna just drag his feet and be like,
So-
yeah.
It's fast paced though. It's the thing.
I
It's,
know.
you get time for. We only died to timeout one time in this
Yeah.
entire thing. Other than that, we got murdered to death. But like it's very fast paced. So you're constantly just going, and like anything you see is giving you 3 seconds, and then you can stack stuff on top of that. And there's vending machines that give you drinks like every 4 rooms that will charge you right back up to full if you're running low on time. So it's
Is
not
this
that
like
bad.
actually-
stressful though? Is this high stress?
No,
Like,
it's
gameplay.
it's
Stress.
easy going. It flows.
Okay.
Is
I mean,
it,
there were
is it
several,
like
there
a,
were several times where you're going through because that execution kill is like a dash into enemies, and then you can just one hit them.
Oh.
But you don't have to kill everybody. If you see the exit and there's a couple of enemies like in the area, but you have time, just exit the level. You don't got to worry about it.
is this built for speed running? Is it like trying to get you to go as fast as possible?
I don't know that it's necessarily built that way, but it's definitely trying to keep the pace going.
Yeah, it's keeping
Okay.
the pace up because you could build out because like we were picking movement speed, so we were moving pretty fast by the end of our
You've
demo
learned.
run.
You've learned, David. Movement's all it takes.
Yeah.
All right. But
We were
everything into
moving pretty
movement.
fast by the time the demo was up. But I think if you like dumped all of your choices into like a powerful weapon, you're going to end up going slower anyway. So I don't necessarily know if speed running is where I would
Because
peg
that's
this
what the game is. I'm real struggle bussing with this one because I really,
The villain.
as much as I like the vibe, I don't know.
Let me-
I don't really,
Let me
Okay.
throw some gasoline on the fire.
Yeah.
in a good way or a bad way?
No.
Oh, shite. All right.
So with it being a roguelike, at least in the demo that we played, there were 10 floors and you got to a boss. The boss was like that goes to a traditional life bar. So like
Yeah.
the system glitches out and you no longer have 10 seconds. You just fight the boss until you die. But up until that point, if you lose a level,
Are you all the way at the back?
back
Or-
in the game.
Yep.
I'm out. I'm out.
It's a
I'm out.
roguelite.
I'm
That's
out.
what
I'm
happens.
out. No.
Okay.
I'm out. That was the clincher.
Ugh. You
I'm
just got to
out.
get good. That's all you got to do. It's fine.
I don't want to get good.
And it
I
is
wanna play the
how
fucking
long did
game.
it take us to get to that boss?
2 tries. We only died once.
Doesn't
It
matter.
took like, it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
Still,
It was
that's
a
5 minutes. I'm
it
not
was a
getting it back.
10-minute run to get to the boss, but I think about 2 minutes of that was at the boss. Probably about 7 minutes.
Yeah. It's quick. It's like
It is
it's like
fast-paced.
bite sized.
I like the bite size, but my question is, I guess we don't know for sure, is all right, I passed that boss. Now I play again, get to the second boss, then I die. Now am I back at the beginning where I have to go through the first boss?
I'm pretty sure they explained you start back on
Level 2.
Yeah, level 2 essentially. So if you clear a boss, you've cleared that floor.
I don't know. Everything else seems really great, but I don't think I'm in on this one, David. I'm sorry. I have to stick to my
It's
roots
fine. I had a feeling.
of my villain arc. I don't know if this was for me. I'm sorry. I think I'm skipping this one. I'm not wishlisting this one.
All right, next game, please. He asks as if he was not in charge.
Tick, 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 tick.
All right, here we go. What
is it
is the
gonna
lucky
be?
game this time? It is
Bits and Bops.
What is it?
Bits and Ball,
Oh,
baby.
it looked like it was totally the other one.
Yes!
Tim's never going to get to go.
I'm gonna. All three
He
of
will
mine are gonna be
eventually.
last,
At
and
the
then
end.
it's gonna be 3 no's in a row.
I don't know. The fishing one's got me curious.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
I'm excited for this one because just the name alone is giving me, was it Little to the Left? Is that the name of the game?
Yeah.
It's giving me that vibe.
All right.
But
It is
we'll
not
see. I
like
don't-
that.
No.
No? Ooh.
All right.
Okay, we'll see.
Bits and Bops.
I got my hopes up for nothing. Okay, I like the cutesiness. Love it. Okay. Cute animals everywhere.
It's a rhythm game.
A rhythm game. Okay, I'm
I
not
like
mad at rhythm games.
And mini games. Oh,
Mini games like
Oh,
Oh, it's like
WarioWare.
you do stuff to rhythm.
Yes.
Like hammer. Oh, so it's a little puzzly. All right. So, okay, so I see. So the monkey has to collect coins to the rhythm.
And again, all hand-drawn animation, so the studio went all out for this.
Wow. And everything's super cute.
I don't know. Is this cheating? Is this cheating? Rick put this on the list. Okay.
Yeah, you put something cute in front of me. I'll at least give it a try. Oh, God. The funny part is the robot part is the least exciting part, which is the actual like rhythm dancing part. I'm much more excited about like the monkey stealing coins from that guy.
That looks
All right.
great.
That looks fantastic.
It's
All
so
right,
good.
I'm gonna hold my thoughts because you need to sell me on it, Rick.
Okay, so I mean, you definitely have not heard of Rhythm Heaven. That was a pretty big hit at the end of last year, right?
No.
Okay, so what it is each of the levels has its own music track, and then you're performing different actions, and it changes throughout. So while you saw him like throwing the coins to the snake, right? It's not like you
Yeah.
do that in that room for the entire time. Eventually you get launched into space and like the levels change as the
Oh.
songs change. And so the beat, it's not the same exact rhythm. Like sometimes it'll speed up, other times it slows down. And like it really benefits you from knowing, you know how like when you know a song intrinsically and you can just do the snaps along to it or whatever?
Yeah.
That's the mastery of this game. But it's not, right? Like you can play with multiple people, so it's more than one person is able to play. You can have all you can, bring people in together to where you would do the hammer on one side and I would do the hammer on the other side. And it's
you can
cute.
compete.
Yes. Well, yeah, you can either
Okay.
compete against or with, like there's both modes.
Co-op.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so is it like Guitar Hero where it's like multiple buttons and you have to like press?
No.
No. Or is
Well-
it just A?
Well, no,
over
I mean
and over?
they'll give you like it's different button prompts, but it's not like a million different ones or anything like that. And it's also not like they explain it to you Mario Party style ahead of time to where it's like, hey, you're gonna use this and this button, right? So going
okay.
in what you're doing.
That's a
So it
big plus
changes.
right there.
Yeah, if it's anything like, well, I mean, it is Rhythm Heaven,
It
but if
is.
it's anything like actual Rhythm Heaven, you're going to at most use 2 buttons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes
See,
it
I
pretty
can
simple.
appreciate that it actually explains the games to you because Spookware does not. It does
Yeah.
not explain the games to you. It just throws them in your face, and you got to go and hope that you
Hey,
win.
go.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
luck.
Spookware was so good, though.
It is
Or
good.
the next episode.
But that's, I mean, and that's the thing that I actually like about Little to the Left, which I was excited about, is like the whole point of that game is just like figure this out. Here's stuff. Figure it out. But I do like the idea of this one.
Yeah, and it's the other thing too that I like about it, like I mentioned, hand drawn animations in it.
Love that.
The music has to be good because if the music
I
is
know
not good,
the music on this is, I don't know what the music sounds like.
I mean,
Other than what we heard,
it's
which is just like a
different.
generic kind of bippity boppity.
it's different
It
per
is-
level.
It's per level. Is he going to have a different track? Although each time you play, it'll be
Yeah.
the same track, even if they change up the prompts a little bit. And it is, I don't think generic's the right word, but it does just sound like MIDI tracks. Like these are not full orchestrated musical numbers.
I'm not
They are
mad
just
at
kind of
MIDI.
bleepy bloopy.
But they're catchy. That
I love-
doesn't
They
mean
are
Bleepy,
catchy.
bloopy
They are
music,
catchy.
so-
And they,
Okay.
because the actions that you do when you're doing it on beat, like they have their own sound effects. So like if you get it,
Oh, that's
it's a
fun.
sound effect, and if you miss it, even though because it all happens on beat anyway, it'll be a different sound effect, like that
Or be
hammer
like a
one.
instead of a
When you hammer it, it's like thunk, 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 and then if you miss it, the nail bends. It's just like a tink.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there different genres of music? Like, is it? Like, I know you said it's MIDI, but is there like different? Like, is there like a hip hop MIDI sound, or is there like a pop MIDI?
Yeah.
Is there like,
yes,
or is it just kind of like okay?
Because they only give you 3 mini games in the demo, but
Oh, okay. So you only play 3
yes.
songs. Okay. All right. I like that there's variety. I like the hand drawnness of it. I like the simplicity. I'm in.
Yes.
I'm sold.
Yes, let's
I think
go.
this is a slam dunk. Honestly, I really think this one's an easy win.
Don't worry,
It's
everyone. He's gonna burn my whole village down.
Yeah, you're just
I
getting
don't
the
think
easy
we're
ones
just gonna
early.
Win, but I mean, David got one out of me already, so he can
Yeah.
pull it around. This
I got
could be a
one more.
tie at least.
I will tell you the other thing that's great about this Bits and Bops is that it rewards mastery. I was saying, so
I just got the name too.
yeah, the more that you play it and you know intrinsically the music and everything like that, you get better. So the score,
Yeah.
like when you're competing against people in Rhythm Heaven, especially, there's sections where it's like you just keep going against other people until somebody misses it, and there are mini games like that in some of these levels to where if you're competing against somebody, you could just keep going because the songs will loop until somebody loses.
And something I like about rhythm games, much like Guitar Hero, and I guess it was more like Rock Band, where they just kept like adding songs to it. Oh, like
Yes.
decades later, it felt like.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
could
you and Tim
definitely-
were playing
they
whatever
could
you
definitely
want.
like have a pack or something where it's like here's 5 new mini games, and you just
And like they
keep
could do
adding
like
to it.
little collaborations because it'd be really
And-
cool if like Final Fantasy
and-
7 MIDI, you know,
They
throw that in
They
there.
didn't have it in the demo, but you got to look forward to those remixes because what'll
Yes.
happen is you'll get a kind of like a final boss song, and it's a remix of like the different tracks that you've played up until that point with all of the mini games like mashed together, and there's like crossovers.
So
and,
it,
like
it
that's
jumps you
cool.
in between. So you'll do like one section from this level, and then it'll be like tossing coins to the snake, and then it'll switch over quickly to the hammering nails, and then it'll switch over quickly to the taking pictures. So like you do a
Oh.
whole bunch of different levels back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
Okay. And is this something I can play on the Steam Deck? Or is this more like it would be better on the keyboard?
I'm sure you can
No.
play it on a Steam Deck.
In fact, I thought because when I loaded up the demo, I was trying to use the mouse, just
Mhm.
like left and right taps. That didn't work, at least in the demo. I had to use a controller.
Okay.
Interesting. All right. Yeah, I'm sold.
yes,
I like
let's
this.
go. All right, 2 for 2.
I am 100% in. This sounds great. Bits and Bops. Love the name now that I get the premise.
Now that I
Um,
understand the joke.
I thought the bops just hit me like a fucking lead pipe, but love it. All right, David, let's see if Tim gets a shot.
Yeah, let's get a Tim game. Let's get a Tim game going.
Man, they're really shunning Tim. Here.
It's fine. It's fine. The saving the best for last is
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, I wonder if Tim gets all 3 no's.
probably based on what I picked.
Guess what? Me
Pacific
again.
Drive.
All
All right.
Back to Rick.
All right, now
To Rick, okay.
this is the one that is probably the most different from all the games that I've picked so far.
Okay.
Have you heard anything about Pacific Drive yet?
No. Is it like no, I have no idea. This is a PS5 game?
Yes.
Oh, or it's like everywhere kind of thing?
Yeah, it's everywhere. All right. This is Pacific Drive. By the way, the demo is still up after Steam Next Fest, so you can go get this if this is that great.
It is inappropriate for children.
It is.
Ooh.
The Olympic Peninsula, the crown jewel of the Pacific Northwest. Its unmatched views and quiet solitude offer everything you need in the most beautiful place on Earth.
There is no cause
I love
for
stuff
alarm.
like this.
Take shelter in the closest pocket of stability in your area, and please refrain from thoughts.
Oh, this is a horror game?
Kind of. It's
The chain of
It's
events
like,
in plain
Twin
sight,
Peaks spooky.
strange accidents leading to
Okay.
the government's claim of eminent domain. And
Oh, the
subsequent
graphics are not
seizure
like
of
at all what I
the
thought they were
peninsula,
going to be.
The evacuation of 100,000 people, and the attempt and abject failure at containing the rumors that
roguelike
Very cool.
elements.
was hours before Arda came to extract us.
So you're driving this little car. Okay. With this little hatchback station wagon.
Yeah, like a busted up Ecto 1.
Martyr or monster.
And see,
Oh,
you
you can
are
get
out of the car.
Okay.
It was showing segments
Okay.
there too.
And look what it did to the Olympic Peninsula.
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Well, that looks cool.
I have the distinct honor to
There's a crowbar, David.
Aliens and zombies.
It's always important.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
yeah.
And you do upgrade and repair your car.
Oh, so like as it gets damaged, you have to fix it?
Yes.
That's kind of cool. I wonder if the damage is random, like depending on what you do to it, or if it's you could change
As you get attacked.
There's customization, guys. Okay.
I have to say that the car just gives me major Ghostbusters vibes, and like I love just that alone.
Yeah, this is coming
Makes
on
my
February
brain go,
22nd.
Yes.
So this is relatively coming soon. Okay.
Very soon.
Wow.
Again,
All right,
so let me
I need more context.
Let me cap it off. Again, it's like Twin Peaks spooky to where it's not pop out and whoo, got you, but just like eerie, right? Mysterious.
Yeah, unsettling.
It's supposed to be because again, it's set in the Pacific Northwest. So we're
Which
talking.
I've never been.
Oh, you should. It's amazing.
Which is great.
But like
I want to go.
Washington, Seattle, Portland
trees.
area. It's supposed to be like
I've always
you're,
wanted to go to Portland.
you're going back like backwoods through the mountains and all the trees and stuff like that. And you're trying to, after this huge like disaster strikes, essentially, can you take your car and go farther into the forest and find more of like what happened and what's causing all this crazy stuff to go on? And again, you're going to have to repair and upgrade your car to be able to get further in every single time. So it does have that roguelike progression of, I only got so far, and then I'm back in my home base. But again, it's not like you're not losing because the entire time you're gaining new stuff for the car. You're unlocking different I don't want to say abilities, but like different things that the car is able to do, and because there are enemies in this game, right? And it's like, do I just drive past them? Do I have the resources to be able to battle them? Because again, it's like crafting survival almost, but you're not you're not building a base. You're just repairing the car and trying to make the car do different things. Because hey, maybe I want these kinds of tires to go through this terrain, but I know that this kind of this area is going to have lots of enemies, and I don't need like water tires. I need to drive fast and blow stuff up.
Interesting. I'm worried about the roguelite elements.
You said the words.
I know. I'm worried about those elements. I mean, am I literally gonna have to replay the maps every time? Like, am I starting from the beginning of the map, or is there like little cursors where I could like start again from?
Don't really think of it as a roguelike. It's like a road survival game.
That's a better way to describe it. Yes.
Instead of plonk you down on the map, you're building a base, get these supplies, craft better stuff. The car is your base.
Mm-hmm.
So you're constantly on the move, looking for stuff, upgrades, abilities, doing, I think there's missions. I don't think it's just completely open. Like there'll be stuff that you can do as well as scavenging around. So there'll be like specific objectives that you need to tackle. But, if your car blows up or if you die, it's not resetting progress. You'll load a checkpoint and have to start from there.
Checkpoint. I love that word. I love a good checkpoint.
There's a really cool clip that I watched of somebody. So they're driving and they see like these it looks like people, but they're all statues, right? And the guy like pulls the car ahead of it and he gets out and he goes and he looks at him and he's like, what the hell is going on with this? And he turns away and all of a sudden he hears a noise and he flips back around and all the statue people have moved.
Angels.
Yes,
Yep,
exactly.
weeping angels.
And then he's
Yep.
like trying to get, and all of a sudden every time there's just more and more. And it's crazy because when he looks back, they're like in these crazy positions, like coming at him and stuff like that. Because again, you're not just driving the car around. You have to get out of the car to get resources, to fight some enemies specifically, like do all these different things. So it's not just I'm driving a car the entire time. It's technically listed under Steam as a so like an action sci-fi adventure survival, but
that's a lot.
Yeah, I know. But it kind of has like those first person shooter elements.
Yeah, it has it when you get out of the car, it looked like.
Yeah, it's listed as a first person driving survival game with your car as your only companion.
I can see that.
That's kind of fun. I like a lot of those aspects, and I'm hoping that there's some like Lethal Company aspects, like how there's like different monsters in Lethal Company.
Yes.
And they do different things and have different abilities.
Oh yeah, there'll definitely be different enemy types.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that there's like a variety. And if there is, I'm in. This game sounds fun. It really hits that creepy vibe. I really think this would be fun to explore. If there's checkpoints, that's a win. I was real worried with the idea of having to drive through the same areas over again, because this doesn't seem like a game where I'd want to do that. Like horror creepy needs to progress.
Well,
it might even work.
I do the same things
I
over.
I haven't played this demo, but it might even work like Choo Choo Charles, where your car is the checkpoint.
Oh, I see. So like the spot where you have to go is just start from there.
You have to remember, it's not like don't think that it's like, oh, I reset, now I go through the same levels again. It's branching paths. So maybe I take this one and I get this set of levels to be able to go forward.
And I can come back and now go to that.
And I go this way and it's a totally different like whatever. It's this is water levels. Oh, this is like
replay value.
It's more like Crash Bandicoot, all right, I've got to run to this level. I pop out, now I got to go to that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where Crash Bandicoot jumps into the warps.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
He jumps the portals.
This is definitely one...
Give me that face.
That is going to
I don't agree with that comparison.
Oh, you don't? Crash Bandicoot. I was like, what did I say? Oh, no, is what Chad said. Got it.
Yeah, it's Chad. I don't know what he's talking about.
You were saying like how there's like a spot where you just have to go to these different levels. It's almost like Mario 64 and Crash Bandicoot, where you just literally go to one area and then you hop into these portals and then you're into the new levels.
Think of it, it's an open world. Think of it more like, I don't know, Far Cry, where you can pick a direction and then you have stuff you can do.
I guess.
We're just going to... Chad, do you like the game or not? Do you like my game?
All right, yeah, I think I'm in on this one.
I am too powerful.
It's
3 for 3.
It's 3 for 3. This is
we can only
creepy.
Well, Tim can only tie Rick, and I'm already out.
I've got opportunities. Okay.
We'll see, Tim. Let's see hopefully see what Tim has on this.
No, it's gonna go to David now. This is gonna be great.
Tim's calling it.
How hilarious would that be?
It will be funny as hell.
Because Rick actually technically has 4, but we won't count his last one as a try since he already has 3.
I can be relatively certain that I'm giving maybe 1.
There it is, baby.
There it is.
Normal fishing.
Yes, everyone's favorite game where nothing weird happens at all.
Now here's the thing. This is a fishing game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, totally normal fishing game. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, so you're giving me...
Yeah. Give me.
What's it called? It's called normal fishing?
Normal fishing. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You just fish.
You're just fishing.
All right,
I feel like I am being...
Lied to?
Are we full screen?
Lied to. Yeah, we're in full screen.
All right, here we go.
Stardew-ish. I'm in.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that. Oh, I hate that.
It even does the thing you love where it makes noise when they're talking. Ooh.
Okay. Catching a crab. Maybe not totally normal.
Yep, there's crabs. There's all kinds of fish. And you
fish
get
get. Oh, get fished. All right.
Oops.
What's happening in this game? Oh, there's nighttime. Okay.
Is that you, husband? I am not home.
I'm not home.
Pay no attention to that or that.
Okay. Why is there a giant crab? Godfish? What?
No, nothing's happening. It's fine. Okay.
Just normal fishing.
Yeah.
Just normal fishing stuff.
There you go. Don't pay any attention to any of that other stuff.
I also like how...
I guess I just don't know what the gameplay is. I saw that and there's a little bit of what seemed to be gameplay. It looked like very story based. But like, what's the fishing? Like what? All right, we've gone through this argument before. But what's the fishing game? Like there's good fishing mini games.
Let me
and there's
paint
bad
the
fishing
picture
mini
of how
games.
normal
Is
this
it
fishing
Stardew
game
level?
is. Okay. First off, the fishing game itself, phenomenal. Okay, but let me just paint the picture here. All right, you are a man who has moved to a new village with your wife, who's really, really into their lake. And your job is to go out and catch fish and then sell them to the guy at the shop. So he can give you
Very
upgrades
Stardew.
to your fish stuff, and you can go home and eat dinner. All right? Your wife's totally normal. Everyone in town is totally normal. And you go and you fish, and it's just a great time. Now, when
It's giving me very Midnight Mass vibes here with the whole town's normal. Nothing creepy is happening.
Absolutely, yeah, they're super normal, right? And your fishing mini game. So you every day you go home, you visit with your totally normal wife, and then you go back to the shop the following day. You can also talk to people on the phone, which definitely nothing weird happens there. All good, everything perfectly okay. You're gonna go back to the shop in the morning, and then you go out and fish, right? And the fishing consists of, you get a little boat, as you saw in the trailer, and you can control that around the lake. And as you fish on a day-to-day basis, you'll unlock more areas, like a swamp and a cave that you can go do some more totally normal fishing
more normal
in.
things.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the fishing minigame is essentially you go to one of the little fishies that's on the lake, and you press the button, and it'll start the fishing minigame. It closes the box, and it opens back up, and then you have to chase the fish with your hook, right? But you also...
it's totally normal fishing things.
Yeah. And then you got to shoot the fish in the face with your hook as well, because your hook has a gat, which is totally normal. Nothing to see here, right? And the fish will be... There's a lot of trash in the lake, so you gotta avoid the trash, because you don't want to hook the trash, because the trash is not worth much money. Yes, trash is bad. You don't want that. So you're either gonna blow up the trash.
Avoid it.
Yeah, you have to either dodge it or blow it up with your gun. That's on your hook.
That's right.
Just like every fishing hook, good times. Yes.
Bait store sells
and
that.
the
all
fish
the time.
also is going to be shooting back at you the entire time with its fish gun.
Fish got gats. Okay.
Which is also totally normal. Yes. So, yeah. And then eventually, as you weaken the fish, you can reach it with your hook. And then you have to do a mini game where you have to time button hits to a dial that's in the middle of the screen before your line runs out of health. Yes.
It's like the fishing, like the fishing itself is actually very tactile and like it's fun to do.
Yeah.
Because
it's a good
the little dial as you're reeling in, the game changes per fish. So each fish has a different type of game.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the little wedges will be smaller. I had one where it ping ponged back and forth instead of just spinning. So you have to clear, and however many pieces there are, unless the pieces are really big, because then it regenerates faster, but you have to clear all of them before the wheel comes back to full. So if you have a bunch of pieces, you'll have to clear each piece out before it fills again, and you can keep reeling.
And there is, I think there's like 30 something different fish to catch in this game.
Yeah, you get a little Fishopedia.
Yeah, cool. Like the robot fish, and there's a giant alien salmon. Absolutely normal.
And even like
stuff.
What's this godfish though? I'm worried about the
godfish. Let me tell you about the godfish. This is all totally normal, right? So as you progress in the demo, the villagers start to tell you more and more about the godfish, and your wife definitely doesn't start acting weird, and like the people don't start melting or anything like that. But you go back to the lake, and as they talk more and more about this thing, stuff's going to happen at night, and then you may or may not have to pick up a shotgun and fight a giant crab monster, as fishermen are wont to do.
Totally normal things.
And there might be some ghost pirates as well,
I've seen
every
Pirates
lake,
of the Caribbean,
every lake.
so
we
I
all
get
know.
that.
Yes.
I think what we learned from Sony so many years ago, that giant enemy crabs are historically accurate and completely normal.
Yeah.
That's right. We're all crabbing, as we learned recently. We're all reverting to crab.
Yes, exactly. And as you're fighting the crab, you get your shotgun, and basically each boss that you fight has its own way that you have to fight it. The crab, for instance, has 2 crab arms that it uses to slash at you and claw at you, and you got to keep bapping him in your face with the shotgun and dodging his claw attacks until he dies. And then there was also a lovely pirate ship that came up because kids were littering, so the pirates got angry as one does. And then they came and you had to put them down though
happens.
because you're the new guy in the village and everyone kind of relies on you and thinks that you
The
might
kids or
be
the pirates?
a totally normal hero of legend that needs to save them and appease the godfish. Yeah. That's right.
Okay.
Chad, I want you to know I've been on enough like flimsy dates in my life that you are just doing the polite, like, yes, I do care about what you're saying right now.
Here's my torn in half problem.
So,
I love
Tim,
the
you already
fishing
lost. I'm
minigame.
sorry.
No, I'm trying to get myself through this. The part that's killing me is the graphics. I thought this was gonna look like Stardew. I thought this was gonna be very Stardew, fun, cutesy, sprites, things like that. It's ugly and yellow and it's just monotone.
It's
and
very
that's gonna be
chunky.
hard.
It is
It's
chunky.
very chunky.
Yeah.
I wish it was like smaller.
Well-
like the fish and the animals are cute, and I like that, but the people are hideous.
Let me go ahead and
I
try
hate
to
that.
sell you on something real quick.
Okay.
So as we know, the totally normal fishing game where nothing weird happens at all,
Right.
towards the end of this particular demo, I don't want to do, fuck, we're going in spoiler territory here. It's fine.
Yeah, everyone click
so,
away. It's spoiled.
Yeah. You end up in a situation, we'll call it, as the you meet the godfish, and you get to
We
go
meet him.
do some totally normal walking around on land as well, where totally
With the
nothing happens,
godfish?
and you may or may not discover a totally normal secret from your past while you're doing these things.
You're a crab
And-
too.
Wake up in a different place with completely different graphics,
Oh,
with the promise of several
Better
other types of
graphics.
games that will complete the story of normal fishing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's,
know
There's a
what?
lot
All right.
going on here.
I think the only thing that was putting me off was really truly the graphics. And if you're telling me that it's not that way the entire time, I'll give it a shot. I'll give you a half. I'll give you a half one. I love a
A
fishing
half
mini
one?
game. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm giving you
I'll
the
take
full
a half
point
point.
because my problem is I'll give you the point, but I don't know. I feel like I'd have to play the game, the demo myself.
This is
first to be,
something that
like,
needs to
committed.
be
I
experienced.
don't know if
mean,
it's
it's
wish
still up.
list it.
They didn't take it down.
Okay, I'll demo it. I'm not wish listing, but I'll demo it. So Tim gets a point for at least giving me interested
Half
in
point.
it.
I'm taking a half point.
I'll take it because the graphics are really killing me. I'm not gonna lie, they're hideous. There's the
They're
worst thing
pretty
I've
bad.
fucking looked at in a long time. All right, let's see what the next is on the wheel.
Next game is
I only got 4.
Down to 4. All right,
Do
So
you
we got-
still have one on here?
big one.
I do.
Oh, there we go.
Zatzillions.
All right, so now
Is this Tim
everyone has
again?
one left. Look at that.
It worked
We
out.
caught back up. All right, let me pull up Zetzillions for you. This one's wild.
So, I heard you like card games.
I do.
Why does this remind me of? Oh, there's an
One's
anime
fun.
that like the demon.
Colosso!
Are you talking about
McDonald's
7 Deadly
anime.
Sins?
That too, but no.
No, this looks like Kill La Kill by Trigger.
Oh yeah, it's
Kill
perfect.
a Kill, 100%
Yes.
Kill a Kill. That's a good.
Is
That's
exactly
good
what this is.
Why do I love the fact that the cards are moving? Is this a hold up?
Yeah,
Is
it's a
this
roguelike. Yes.
It's a roguelike.
Shh, don't tell.
Watch out, people trash!
That's right.
Why does roguelikes have the best vibes but the worst game?
Well, because you're wrong. That's
Yeah, that's
why.
what the hell are you saying?
How about that? Yeah.
Like every time I'm like super excited about a game, and then I find out I have to basically just play it 1,000 times. And I'm just like over it.
Well, I was just going to completely omit that this is a roguelike anyway. So this is 2 of your favorite things combined into one, Chad. This is a roguelite deck builder.
I don't mind deck builders, but
Okay.
they are harder for me to win
Well,
over.
that's good. That's good because we're jumping in here. So, Zetzillions is essentially a mashup of Slay the Spire and FTL. In my opinion, that's.
I thought you said FLCL for a second. I got really excited about Fooly Cooly.
I mean, it's got anime vibes and it's weird. So we can put that in there too if you want. If that's going to help sell this game, that's what we're going with. All right. So Zetzillions is a roguelite deck builder. It is probably one of the best deck builders I've played in a minute because there's a lot of
oh wow
combo opportunity here that you or synergies, if you will, that you can use to build your deck out. But let me explain the basics of the game. We have this over the top anime style, which is great for me. Love it. It's got great vibes.
This. Yeah, the anime style. I'm 100% here for. Kill la Kill is a great like comparison.
There you go. I'm still trying to decide if the main character is supposed to be evil, but he is the only human on the team.
As a fellow villain, I'm okay with that.
I mean, fair enough. He's definitely over the top, though, and you got these two guys that come with you. There's two alien guys that hang out with you, and they run your science program.
This in space?
Your space exploration. What is it?
Oh, okay. So this is like a space exploration game. Okay.
Yes.
I was trying to get that, whether it was more like just magical or spacey.
Yeah, so essentially the overworld runs like FTL, basically. There's a bunch of nodes down, and you can go to any node that's connected to the node that you're currently attached to. So let's say you go to a node that has an escape pod. So if you go to the escape pod and you open it, you're going to be able to get a new card from that. And it's going to be of a rarer variety than your everyday card that you're going to get after each fight, which they do give you one card after each battle unless you do an elite. Then you get 3, I think, and some upgrades, which is nice because they give you multiple upgrades. And then there is also things like if you go to a planet, there's 2 sets of combat in this game. There is colonizing, which is, I know, right?
Sus.
Yeah, so you can choose to colonize the planet by shooting population at it, or you can choose to just kill it, which only nets you like the main reward.
Death Star.
If you populate a planet, it gets you more, but the planets obviously fight back. You know, like one of them that I remember well is like a pig planet. So it's
save the pigs.
Yeah, when you so you have 2 types of cards basically. You have attack cards, which are going to do damage to them, and then you have population cards, which is going to fill their population bar. And the population bar for planets is a win if you fill that up. But against anything else, it just staggers them. So there's kind of like this back and forth between having to stagger opponents to keep them under control and actually damage them, because the population doesn't damage them. It just staggers them unless you have cards that do damage based on population. And there's all sorts of cool synergies you can do to build decks around. Like I had a deck going where I would fill people's population bars and then just absolutely mow them into the ground because I had a bunch of cards that worked off of high population. And then I also did a run where I had high defense because there's also defensive cards, obviously. And then anytime they hit me, they would take massive damage, which was also very fun. And there's a lot of ways to play around that, but I think the most interesting mechanic in this game is that you can fuse cards together. And you create you create new cards in their place. So you have some cards that actually won't be playable at all until you fuse them, but they get like out of control powerful really fast. Like you take what is called the trash, which normally just applies population to your enemy, and if you put that in a carrier, for instance, it basically doubles how much population that applies to that enemy, and you can keep stacking it and then smack them in the face, and it's really nice. So, and then all your cards cost energy like usual and all that good stuff.
All right, that makes sense. But here's the real big question. Do I keep my cards
for your run?
After my run?
No.
Like say I make a
you
run.
You unlock cards, but no, you don't keep the card. It's a deck builder. Are you going to have a deck with 170 cards in it?
Yeah, the entire.
I could have multiple decks I could choose from.
No, the entire point is that you are given. This is Cobalt Core all over again.
I was about to say this is Cobalt Coring me, and I think I passed on Cobalt Core because of that specific instance. I didn't like the fact that I had to choose cards. Like I didn't keep my cards. I like to make I like Magic the Gathering because I literally go, I like this card, I put in deck and I has forever. That's what I like about Magic the Gathering. So this is gonna be hard for me to get over.
It's
that aspect.
I knew he was gonna say no on this one immediately. There's no selling him on this, but It is a matter
But for
of
everybody else,
every single time you do a run, you can create a vastly different deck with completely different opportunities that is going to do completely different things and continue the game with that. And it's lovely having such replay value, 100%. And like, I can't even imagine how difficult the game gets, because it gets pretty hard pretty fast. I will say, like, especially that first boss was no pushover for sure. So yeah, it gets rough real fast. So I mean, there's a lot going on here that I think is very interesting compared to most deck builders that have come out recently. Especially the fusion mechanic. I would like to see it used more than what I got to see in the demo. But obviously not everything is available in the demo, so I only got to see, a portion of what can be fused. But overall, I mean, it's just a real good time. And if you're into deck builders at all, you should check it out for sure.
All right. Well, I guess unless you don't get to keep your cards. And if you don't like that aspect, then
I don't think there's any deck builder where you get to keep your cards. I don't.
Magic the Gathering.
That's not a deck builder.
Fine. I guess it's not a deck builder. I'm going to call it a deck builder because that's essentially what I do is I build my decks. That's all I ever do in that game.
That's fair. I'm going to take it that as a no.
Yeah, I'm not going to continue with that one.
Any other questions that can sell you?
I doubt
it.
No.
That was going to be the only thing that I was going to say. I was like, can I make my own cool deck?
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like
this game's got the aesthetic and it's got the mechanics for sure.
The aesthetic looks great.
It is not for chat.
The fucking aesthetic. I love that the cards attack. Like they actually
everything's
attack.
animated too. It's really cool.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I think I would enjoy watching someone play this. I don't think I would enjoy actually playing it. You know what I mean? Like this is one of those ones where like I'm watching someone play on stream versus me playing it. All right, we're down to 3, I think. One of each.
Who will be next?
And
I think Rick's in the lead.
I am. Listen, I win today. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he wins. There's nothing we can do anymore.
He had 4 to begin with.
Can he get a hat trick? That's true. He did have one more than everybody else.
That's fair.
We didn't even get to that one and he wins.
But can he get all 4?
Nope, back to me.
Nevergrave.
All right, Tim.
There it is. 3 in a row. I told you it was going to be 3 in a row. I knew it.
All right, Tim, sell me.
All right, and we should lightning round these last ones.
Yeah.
All right, this one quite possibly my favorite game of the 3 that I did.
Pocket Pair.
Adorable, love it. Aw, little witch.
Yes, it's so
very Square Enix.
Yeah.
Tale of a Revenge.
Oh, and Hollow Knight.
Oh, it's Hollow Knight.
It is Hollow Knight.
This is very Hollow Knight. Yeah. A certain death.
Music's a banger.
Is this a roguelike?
So I'll hit some key points when we get to it so we can make this quick, just because there's a couple really neat things that you need to know about.
Possess your enemies?
Okay.
That's cool.
Oh, you
can play with friends. Yeah.
You can play with friends, and you can be different color hats.
Oh, we're all different monsters.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess the trailer shows all this off. I was going to say, yeah.
So you can be the monsters.
Yes, you are actually the hat in this.
Oh, you're not the person.
Yeah, you are not the person. She's just a corpse that you possess.
The little witch is just... Oh. Wait, are we like... Is this like a base building aspect?
Yes. Yes, it does.
This looks adorable. I love the fucking giant hat.
Oh, that was like
oh my
Celeste.
God, that was super Meat Boy-esque right there with those little fucking blades everywhere. That enemy looks awesome.
There it is.
Tim, I'm in. I'm sold. Yeah. This one 100%.
That's what I was gonna try and sell you on. It basically. So let me let you know real quick because I'm sure that we're gonna keep this quick. You are the hat, and you can possess any enemy in the game that you've taken down, which is really neat. They don't teach you that till later, but this is a straight up Metroidvania. It's got all the exploration you would want. It's got all the hidden collectibles that you would want. It's got all that stuff. Combat is fluid. And then on top of all of the exploration and fun, Also, there's checkpoints throughout the levels if you die too early. So yes, there's checkpoints, so you can go back to where you got to, all that good stuff. But and there's teleporters as you go, so you got all that too. You get around a little faster in a Metroidvania. Woo.
Love it.
But it has an aspect when you get out of the dungeon where you go back to the village, and it has free crafting, so you can build your own village from the ground up. And it's got all sorts of little fluff that you can add. You have to grow produce to get stuff to upgrade your character and stuff. So there's all kinds of upgrade mechanics in there as well that are going to require, obviously a little bit of grinding out because it's a Metroidvania, but there you go. But there's base building. It's got all this stuff, and it was fun. It's really good. So, yes.
Yeah, I'm in. Tim, you sold me. I saw this. I saw the little cute hat, and I was like,
that's
all
it.
right, let's see where this goes.
Yeah, this was
But, like,
probably legit the best game that I played demo-wise.
I was gonna say this is probably my favorite one I've seen out of everything outside of Bits and Bops. Bits and Bops might be one of my. They're tied right now because I like the aspect of Bits and Bops, but I think I like the gameplay of this. All right.
I don't hear enough
Next
hype
game.
for this game. We need it.
I don't know why there's not a lot of hype. I think that would be one for Kiefer too. He'd probably like that too.
All right.
Between Children of the Sun and Southfield, which is weird because it's a city around here.
That's what's based
It's just me driving down,
Southfield, okay.
10 Mile.
Spoken into existence.
What is going on?
Like a
Roblox,
Buckethead.
Pikmin?
Goofy physics-based farming.
Base building. Okay, I love a base build.
So we need that for chat.
Collecting. This Pale World, but like weird.
Yeah, it's weird. See, all the different crops have different effects and stuff.
Dr. Seuss.
This looks really cool.
Love the mushrooms everywhere. The fact that he has those little mushrooms.
Factorio.
Just. Oh, I do love this. Oh, so you can automate things. You can chase chickens. Slap chests.
Oh,
you can drive
vehicles?
cars.
And you can play with your friends.
Very cool.
That's cute. I don't know why they call it Southfield.
Because
Because
that's where
you're
they
really
the field on the south side of the island.
I guess. I think my least favorite part about that whole thing was the name. Yeah, I'm in. That's cute. I think that looks like fun.
It's listed as a chaotic farming game, which I think really sells exactly what's
That's
going
just
on.
me to a T. Like if I have ever heard something that was catered to me, it's like, what's this Chad like in games? Chaos and like farming simulators.
Rick
I love all
planned
those.
this whole
Stardew,
thing.
love those.
He was like base
You
building.
did.
That
Rick
one's for
was
Chad.
like, yeah, customization. Hell yeah. All right. What's the last one? David has the last one.
Children of the Sun.
This is probably the coolest game that we played. It's really good.
Well,
Here we
I
go.
like it though. 17 plus. Oh, this is it scary? I'm excited.
It's not
It's a
scary.
little
It's
bit
violent.
Yeah.
Oh, violent.
Cool.
I'm all right with violence. I love me some violence. Oh, spooky. A game by somebody.
Devolver.
Devolver Digital.
Devolver
That's right.
Daddy.
Is this a side scroller?
No.
No.
Okay.
There's aspects when you're setting up, but that's it.
Oh, it's like a sniper game?
Let me put it out there because I don't know how well the trailer sells it, but it's a sniper puzzle game.
Oh, is this like that one weird Where's Waldo-y horror game that I keep saying where you have to snipe someone that looks like Waldo?
I don't think so.
No, it's not. It's not like that.
Okay.
You have targets that you have to assassinate.
What was that? At the assassinate
Yeah,
somebody?
you have to assassinate specific targets.
Oh, but I have to figure it out through puzzle
through
mechanics.
Puzzle mechanics of how
Okay.
you do it.
Interesting. I don't know how the only thing I the trailer didn't do a very good job in telling me on is like what the gameplay is really like. It's kind of all over the place.
So this is a sniper puzzle game where the objective is to take out all of the enemies on the map. And it's essentially you get 2 phases. You get a mark phase where you can kind of run around some of the edge of the map. Sometimes it limits you.
Part was?
Sometimes it limits you. Sometimes you can go 360 around the area and you mark your targets. It will tell you how many are on the map.
Do you
and then
know
you
who your targets are, or is that the puzzle?
It's this cult that's part of the story. You're taking out this cult. And you have a set number of targets, you find them on the map, and then you commence the shooting phase where you psychically control a bullet and take out each target. So every time you kill a target, you can redirect the bullet. So you shoot it.
Oh, so the puzzle is trying to figure out how to kill them with one bullet.
Kill each target in order.
I like that.
Depending on the level, you'll get different abilities that you charge up by hitting weak spots. So, and the weak spots aren't always the head. They appear differently on the body. And once you charge that up, you can redirect mid-flight, so you don't have to kill anybody. So you can take out a few, charge that, and shoot again, and then redirect around another way.
Yeah, I think
you pretty much always have the ability to curve the bullet, so you can fire and slightly change its trajectory and go around objects. Those are the only 2 powers we saw in the demo. That was the only thing that was revealed to us. But the levels, the way enemies are set up for you have to take them out is super clever. That bridge level was ridiculously tricky because there was a shield guy. You could only take him out from one direction, but then there was another bullet or another guy under the bridge. So you had to figure out how to do that in order to get that to work. The level that had moving cars was really cool too, because you could take out the driver and stop the car, or you could take out the other guys and have the car go around so that he could get into position and then you take him out.
Wow.
Very, very cool.
I love a good puzzle game, so I think I'm going to play this one. I like the idea of this. I think it's very clever, especially if you can add an element that's not seen before. I don't think I've ever heard of a mind control bullet puzzle game. So yeah, this one's piquing my fancy. I think this could be a fun, it doesn't sound like it's stressful. I don't think I'm sitting there trying to do this at a time limit. I'm hoping not.
And probably one of the best quality of life things, because you didn't have to mark targets. That's just, you can to know where they're at. If you didn't mark a target but managed to kill them during the shooting phase, it would be marked if you didn't manage to kill everybody. So if you killed somebody, you knew where it was, it would just be marked for you on subsequent attempts.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Well, these are some good demos. I think overall, I think I said yes to most.
7 out of 9 yays, I believe.
Yeah. So much for your
10.
villain arc.
No, never mind. You said no to 2 of mine. That's 6 out of 9 yays. Because you did all 4.
I think it was 7 out of 10 because technically Rick
I had 4.
I gave.
Yeah, Rick had 4.
Rick had 4.
Yeah, he did 4 for 4
games, not 3. So
4 for 4,
I think
baby.
7 out of 10.
Give me my crown.
So you are wearing the Fall Guys shirt right now. So
yeah, that's me.
You did the grab. You didn't falter. All right. Well, Rick wins. You'll get a piece of cheesecake when we go to Cheesecake Factory on me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this. Please go out there. I think many of these games are still available as far as demos are concerned. I don't know if all of them are, but please go and give them a look. There's a lot of good ones. Even the ones I said no to. I trust these guys on, their preferred tastes. Obviously, they're not going to steer you the wrong way if you like those types of games. So go out there, support all the devs, because right now the gaming industry really needs it. So please go out there and support your devs. And if you want to see our beautiful faces and you're just listening to the podcast, you can go to youtube.com/@first30podcast and watch it over there. So until next time, goodbye.